Hey guys, so today I want to talk about my recent purchases, and my purchases are for my electronic projects. To start off with, let's talk about this box that I got. So this box is an electronically controlled soldering station. So inside this box, it included a power unit. It's right here. So right here, as you can see, this is the end, and you'd plug this into a socket, giving this power unit its electricity, so it can help power the station. Another item included inside this box was the soldering iron. The soldering iron's end right here, and connect it to the power unit, and just plug it into its position, and then you turn it so that it's locked. And then on the power unit, they have an on and off switch. So yeah, you turn it on, and then you'd use these dials to adjust the temperature. One last thing included inside this box was an iron stand. So right here, and it included a sponge, so you'd soak this sponge with water and you'd use it with the soldering iron. And another thing that came with the stand was this coily thing, and you just place it just right in that hole right there, and there you have it. It becomes a stand. And to use this stand, you just pull out the soldering iron and you just place it in there. And what's great about the stand is you can just leave your soldering iron in there and wait for it to heat up. And it's nice because some soldering irons doesn't come with a stand. You just leave it laying there, and you kind of would have to pay attention and watch for it because in case this like fell and it would burn things. So this is nice because you can just walk around while it's sitting in the stand. So I basically just finished everything that was inside the box. So let's move on to another item that I bought that will help me with my projects. So one of the main things that you need, of course, is the solder. So right here is a lead-free solder, and you'd use this with a soldering iron and use little pieces of this, and the solder would help connect the points because this is the melting stuff that melts the joints together. Another thing I got was these stranded wires. They're right here. So I got these stranded wires because I prefer them over the solid core ones, because the solid core ones would always break apart when there was a gentle movement or a rough movement, and I always had to resolder everything. And to help with that, the stranded ones always solved that solution, and I never had that problem. So this is why I love the stranded ones. And the reason why I picked black and white is because I want to differentiate what was positive and negative. So I would use a black as the negative, and for the positive, I would use any other color, but I chose white. So it's right here. And I chose these two colors because they're contrasting, and I like these two colors the best. So yeah, that's all with the wires. Another tool that I got is this desoldering pump. So this desoldering pump acts as a tool to correct your errors and mistakes. So right here, you can actually squish this up and down here, you would put it to the position that you'd actually want to correct. So the joint that you've messed up on, you just point it to that location, then you push onto this, and this tool acts like a vacuum, and it would suck out the solder, and that's how you correct your errors, and that's why this tool is awesome. So one last thing I bought is this. It acts as extra little hands for me. So right here, as you can see, there is two little clamps, so one right here and one right there. And I would use this to help hold other things together. So like if I had a breadboard with me, I'd put my breadboard and attach it to the clamps, and it would hold it so that my hands are available, that I can actually have more precise control and put my joints, solder my joints together more smoothly and accurately. And the magnifying glass helps me see more details. And the reason why I made this big splurge recently is because I want to start assembling some electronic projects, because all the time I've always been collecting a bunch of projects that I bought online, and I just haven't assembled them. So I want to take the time to actually begin assembling them, and maybe taking some videos of me actually assembling the pieces together. So like one thing that I'm just gonna pull out right now is when I went to Europe, I went to London's Science Center, and I got this DIY instrument kit. Let me say that again. So I got this DIY instrument kit. It's right here. So with this, it actually has been sitting around in my room for about a year, because I went like last year, and since I've been counting up the years so far, it's actually been a year. So this is the reason why I want to actually start assembling some projects, because I bought these and I was hoping to actually assemble them and have some fun, but I haven't got to it yet, and now I can actually get to it. And I guess that's all I have to say, so thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you, and take care.